Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Varsa Williams and with me is Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicates to the nation PSA oxygen plants set up under PM CARES. India will cross the 100 crore mark in vaccination very soon, says Prime Minister. Prime Minister expresses gratitude to the people of the country and Uttarakhand as he enters the 21st year of unbroken journey as head of the government. Uttar Pradesh government forms one-member commission to investigate Lakhimpur violence. Supreme Court asks the state to file status report by tomorrow. More than 92 crore 63 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in the country so far. Recovery rate is at 97.95%. Navratri, the 9-day-long festival to worship Goddess Durga, begins today. India's Anshu Malik enters final of Senior World Wrestling Championship in Oslo. And in women's cricket, first T20 of three-match series between India and Australia to be played in Queensland this afternoon. In IPL, Chennai Super Kings to take on Punjab Kings in Dubai at 3:30 p.m. Kolkata Knight Riders to face Rajasthan Royals in Sharjah at 7:30 p.m. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is underway, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicated to the nation 35 pressure-swing adsorption PSA oxygen plants established under PM CARES across 35 states and union territories in an event held at AIIMS, Rishikesh, Uttarakhand today. With this, all districts of the country will now have commissioned PSA oxygen plants. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister recalled that on this day 20 years ago, he got a new responsibility to serve the public. He added that he started his journey of serving the people many decades ago, but 20 years ago today, he got a new responsibility as the Chief Minister of Gujarat. He also noted that the beginning of this journey coincided with the formation of the Uttarakhand state, as he took over as the Gujarat Chief Minister a few months after that. He said he never imagined that he would, with the blessings of the people, reach the position of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister expressed his gratitude to the people of the country and Uttarakhand as he entered the 21st year of this unbroken journey as head of the government. The Prime Minister said that India faced the challenge of COVID-19 valiantly and is prepared to meet the future challenges of the disease. He said, during the pandemic, the whole world was watching our hard work and capability to contain the spread of COVID-19.
भारत ने जो सुविधाएं तैयार की वो हमारे देश के सामर्थ्य को दिखाता है। सिर्फ एक टेस्टिंग लैब से करीब 3000 टेस्टिंग लैब का नेटवर्क बनना, मास्क और किट्स के आयात के प्रारंभ हमारी जिंदगी आज निर्यातक बनने का सफर तेजी से पार कर रही। देश के दूर दराज वाले इलाकों में भी नए वेंटिलेटर्स की सुविधाएं, मेड इन इंडिया कोरोना वैक्सीन का तेजी से और बड़ी मात्रा में निर्माण, दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा और सबसे तेज टीकाकरण अभियान भारत ने जो कर दिखाया वो हमारी संकल्प शक्ति, हमारे सेवा भाव, हमारी एकजुटता का प्रतीक है।
The Prime Minister remarked that it is a matter of pride for every Indian that 93 crore doses of corona vaccine have been administered. Very soon India will cross the 100 crore mark. He said India has shown the way to the whole world by building the Co-Win platform that shows how vaccination is done on such a large scale.
भारत ने कोविन प्लेटफॉर्म का निर्माण करके पूरी दुनिया को राह दिखाई है कि इतने बड़े पैमाने पर वैक्सीनेशन किया कैसे जाता है। पहाड़ हो या रेगिस्तान, जंगल हो या समंदर, 10 लोग हो या 10 लाख, हर क्षेत्र तक आज हम पूरी सुरक्षा के साथ वैक्सीन पहुंचा रहे हैं। इसके लिए देश भर में 1,30,000 से ज्यादा टीकाकरण केंद्र स्थापित किए गए हैं।
Prime Minister Modi said we managed the transportation of medical oxygen on a war footing through railways and the Air Force. He said more than 1 lakh oxygen concentrators were provided to the people.
भविष्य में कोरोना से लड़ाई के लिए हमारी तैयारी और पुख्ता हो, इसके लिए देश भर में पीएसए ऑक्सीजन प्लांट का नेटवर्क तैयार हो रहा है। बीते कुछ महीनों में पीएम केयर्स द्वारा स्वीकृत 1150 से अधिक ऑक्सीजन प्लांट काम करना शुरू कर चुके हैं। अब देश का हर जिला पीएम केयर्स के तहत बने हुए ऑक्सीजन प्लांट से कवर हो गया है। पीएम केयर्स के सहयोग से बने इन ऑक्सीजन प्लांट्स को जोड़ लें तो केंद्र सरकार, राज्य सरकार, इन सभी के प्रयासों से देश को करीब 4,000 नए ऑक्सीजन प्लांट्स मिलने जा रहे हैं। ऑक्सीजन की चुनौती का मुकाबला करने में अब देश और देश के अस्पताल पहले से कहीं ज्यादा सक्षम हो रहे हैं।
The Prime Minister noted that till 6-7 years ago, only a few states had the facility of AIIMS. Today, work is being done to take AIIMS to every state. He said we are moving fast from 6 AIIMS to build a strong network of 22 AIIMS. It is also the goal of the government that there must be at least one medical college in every district of the country. Referring to connectivity in Uttarakhand, Prime Minister Modi said that work on the all-weather road linking the Char Dhams was picking up fast. Besides, rail and air connectivity is also being provided to the state. He said that Uttarakhand has been playing a big role in the defence of the country.
The President Ramnath Kovind will inaugurate 450-bedded government teaching hospital at Chamarajnagar Institute of Medical Sciences in Karnataka today afternoon. The new teaching hospital has 9 operation theatres, 30-bedded trauma and emergency department, apart from out and inpatient department. It will provide critical care and super speciality treatment facility. The departments like cardiology, nephron, urology, neurology will serve the medical and surgical needs of the population. It will also offer coaching to the MBBS students. The President left for Chamarajnagar district in the morning from Bangalore and was received at the Mysuru airport by Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman performed Bhumi Pujan of 120 MW Loa Kopili Hydroelectric Project at Dima Hasao district in presence of Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma. Ms. Sitharaman said that the centre and the Assam government is committed for the development of Dima Hasao district. She said that 77% of the project costs will be borne by the centre, while the rest 23% costs will be given by the state government. The Union Minister said that the power generation is like blood donation for the economy.
The Uttar Pradesh government today formed a 1-member commission for the investigation of the Lakhimpur violence in which 8 people died on Sunday. Retired Justice of Allahabad High Court, Pradeep Kumar Srivastav, will investigate the Lakhimpur violence. The commission will submit its report in 2 months. Lakhimpur police yesterday made an appeal to the people to come forward and share the information if they have any in relation with the violence. Meanwhile, leaders of many political parties are reaching Lakhimpur to meet the families of the deceased farmers. Supreme Court today asked Uttar Pradesh government to file a status report by tomorrow on the Lakhimpur Kheri incident. A bench headed by Chief Justice N.V. Ramana has asked the state government to file a status report.
More than 92 crore 63 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said over 43 lakh 9,000 doses were administered yesterday. 20,431 new cases were reported in the last 24 hours. A total of 24,602 people recovered from the infection in the last 24 hours. Recovery rate is currently at 97.95%, which is the highest since March last year. More than 93 crore 94 lakh vaccine doses have been provided to states, UTs so far. through the Centre Free of Cost channel and through direct state procurement category. More than 7 crore 64 lakh balance and unutilized COVID vaccine doses are still available with the states' UTs to be administered.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has completed 20 years today as the head of a public office since assuming office as the Chief Minister of Gujarat. On October the 7th, 2001, Mr. Modi was first sworn in as Chief Minister of Gujarat. Mr. Modi's 20-year-long journey of public service has been devoted to make India a prosperous and strong global leader. Addressing the UN General Assembly, Mr. Modi recalled his journey.
ये भारत के लोकतंत्र की ताकत है.
The strength of our democracy is demonstrated by the fact that a little boy who at one time used to help his father at his tea stall at the railway station is today addressing the United Nations General Assembly for the 4th time as Prime Minister of India.
सबसे लंबे समय तक
I will soon spent 20 years serving my countrymen as head of government. First as the longest serving Chief Minister of Gujarat and then as Prime Minister for the last 7 years.
देशवासियों की सेवा करते हुए 20 साल हो रहे हैं और मैं अपने अनुभव से कह रहा हूं.
To you from my own experience. Yes,
democracy can deliver.
His Nation First mantra is giving a boost to development. As a Chief Minister, he sculpted the Gujarat model for growth. He started a new era when he became Prime Minister in 2014 by fulfilling the basic needs of the people. He brought the scheme for opening of bank accounts by implementing Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, providing life, health and insurance cover and collateral-free loan for the poor. Under his regime, India is now the world's top digital payment ecosystem, and tech platforms like JAM, Trinity, UPI and CoWin are being acclaimed globally. On the occasion, MyGov India is organizing the Seva Samarpan quiz contest on various aspects of nation building in this period. Mr. Modi has often described himself as a Pradhan Sevak working for an Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Several union ministers and BJP leaders have lauded Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership on his completion of 20 years as the head of the government. Home Minister Amit Shah said these 20 years have been dedicated for the welfare of the poor and Antyodaya. He said Mr. Modi has made the impossible as possible with his strong will and thinking ahead of the time. He said the journey of good governance and development that started on this day when he took oath for the first time as Gujarat Chief Minister is continuing uninterrupted. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said these 20 years have been dedicated to the people's welfare and it has also been untainted. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said during 20 years of good governance, Mr. Modi has made an outstanding contribution in building a strong and self-reliant nation. BJP President JP Nadda congratulated the Prime Minister, saying he has given his all for the upliftment of the poor and the prosperity of the country. In Spotlight, last episode of the special series Seva or Samarpan 20 Saal Sushasan Ke showcases Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 20 years of good governance and service to the nation. The special program can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:15 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on the website newsonair.gov.in and on a YouTube channel News on AIR Official.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, terrorists today barged into Government Boys Higher Secondary School at Eidgah in the outskirts of Srinagar city and shot dead 2 teachers from point-blank range. The slain have been identified as Principal Satinder Kaur and a teacher Deepak Chand. Meanwhile, J&K Director General of Police DGP Dilbag Singh said the killing of unarmed civilians in Srinagar is a move to damage and attack the age-old traditional communal harmony in Kashmir. He said that police will nab the killers very soon.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicates to the nation PSA oxygen plant set up under PM CARES. India will cross the 100 crore mark in vaccination very soon, says Prime Minister. Prime Minister expresses gratitude to the people of the country and Uttarakhand as he enters the 21st year of unbroken journey as head of the government. Uttar Pradesh government forms one-member commission to investigate Lakhimpur violence. Supreme Court asked the state to file status report by tomorrow. More than 92 crore 63 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in the country so far. Recovery rate is at 97.95%. Navratri, the 9-day-long festival to worship goddess Durga, begins today. India's Anshu Malik enters the final of the Senior World Wrestling Championship in Oslo. And in women's cricket, first T20 of the 3-match series between India and Australia to be played in Queensland this afternoon. And in IPL, Chennai Super Kings to take on Punjab Kings in Dubai at 3:30 p.m. Kolkata Knight Riders to face Rajasthan Royals in Sharjah at 7:30 p.m. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे।
आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के पावन अवसर पर आकाशवाणी समाचार के कार्यक्रम परिक्रमा में गुरुवार को शाम 4:45 पर सुनिए देश की आजादी की लड़ाई में अपना अमूल्य योगदान देने वाले भारतीय स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के सिपाही की वीर गाथा।
Welcome back to the Midday News. In an exclusive interview to AIR News, Chief Economic Advisor Mr. Krishnamurthy Subramaniam outlined the importance of Modi's upgradation of India's sovereign rating outlook when the country is passing through the difficult pandemic time. He said that given the conservative stance of rating agencies, this upgradation is all the more significant and shows the improvement in the financial sector.
रेटिंग एजेंसी ने अभी उनके आउटलुक है उसको चेंज किया है नेगेटिव से स्टेबल में, और मेरा ये मानना है कि आगे और भी इसमें सुधार हो सकता है, क्योंकि जो हमारी बैंकिंग सेक्टर और फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर में जो थोड़ी कठिनाई थी इसके पहले, महामारी के पहले, उसके जो रिस्क हैं वो कम हो गए हैं और उसका जो नेगेटिव असर था वो एक्चुअली कम हो गया है, तो ये एक बहुत अहम कारण है।
This interview can be heard tonight in our World News program on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 10:30 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. Navratri, the 9-day-long festival to worship goddess Durga, begins today with religious fervour and gaiety. During Navratri, the 9 forms of goddess Durga are worshipped. On the first day, Devi Durga is worshipped as Shailputri. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended Navratri greetings to everyone. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said the coming days are about devoting ourselves to the worship of Jagat Janani Ma. The Prime Minister hoped that Navratri will bring good health and prosperity in everyone's lives. On the occasion, he also shared a stuti on his Twitter handle, which is devoted to Ma Shailputri.
शैलपुत्रिं यशस्विनी प्रथम दुर्गा त्वं ही।
Prasar Bharati Network will broadcast special shows, live coverages and much more to pep up the festive mood. To be a part of the celebrations, Doordarshan and All India Radio will broadcast a lot of engaging content, devotional and entertainment. All India Radio's vast network across the country will broadcast various Navratri special coverage and programs from various locations. For the entire duration of Navratri, Doordarshan will bring people Durga Puja and Aarti live from various locations across the country. People can also watch Ayodhya Ki Ram Leela live from Ayodhya on Doordarshan.
DD National is also telecasting feature film Ram Lalla on the occasion of Navratri festival. This is the first in the series of feature films based on Ramanand Sagar's Ramayan. It has been broadcast every day at 4 p.m. till Dashera. The Maharashtra government has prohibited Garba and Dandiya and other cultural celebrations for Navratri to be celebrated between October 7th and October 15th. It has restricted the height of the idols to 4 feet for community pandals and 2 feet for household celebration. It has asked the organizers of the community pandals to make arrangements for online darshan and ban more than 5 people at a time in community pandals. It has further prohibited processions of foods and beverages in community pandals.
As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events are being organized by the government as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let's listen now to our special program Azadi Ka Safar.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
The day of 7th October is marked as a black day in the history of India's freedom movement because on this day in 1930, the death sentence to great freedom fighters and revolutionaries Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev in the Lahore conspiracy case was pronounced. A special tribunal was set up by the British Imperial government to speed up the trial as the popularity of the revolutionaries in the Lahore jail was increasing day by day and stirred the national sentiment in the entire country.
Viceroy Lord Irwin declared an emergency on 1st of May 1930 and introduced an ordinance to set up a special tribunal composed of 3 High Court judges for the case. This decision cut short the normal process of justice.
On 2nd July 1930, a habeas corpus petition was filed in the High Court challenging the ordinance. The petition argued that the Viceroy had power to introduce an ordinance only under conditions of a breakdown of law and order. The petition claimed that in this case, such condition had not occurred.
However, the petition was dismissed as being premature. On 7th October 1930, the tribunal delivered its 300-page judgment and concluded that the participation of Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru in British police officer John Saunders' murder was proven. They were sentenced to death by hanging.
देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू
7th October is also the birth anniversary of a woman freedom fighter from Tamil Nadu, S.N. Sundarambal, who was born on this day in 1913 in Tirupur. Several freedom fighters from Tirupur and Coimbatore districts fought for the nation's cause during the British era, but statues of only 2 of them have been erected in Tirupur city.
One of them is Tirupur Kumaran, also known as Kodikatha Kumaran, who is among the most celebrated freedom fighters from the region. The other is a simple and humble S.N. Sundarambal, who didn't step back from the front line of the movement even when nursing a newborn. Sundarambal was born in Veerapandi in Tirupur. Despite being from a rich family, she was interested in social service and the freedom struggle. In 1928, Mahatma Gandhi requested the public to donate to the Congress party to fight the British rule.
Sundarambal climbed the stage and offered her gold bangles to the great leader. Mahatma Gandhi told her to instead join the non-violent resistance for Indian independence. Sundarambal went on to participate in several protests during the freedom struggle, and during the Satyagraha protest in 1941, she was arrested along with her newborn son and jailed in the Vellore prison for 3 months. She participated in the Quit India movement and was arrested and sent to the Vellore prison again.
In 1943, Sundarambal organized a large-scale demonstration in Tirupur against the British government and was again arrested and jailed for 3 months. After independence, she took an active interest in ensuring farmers' welfare in the district and organized many protests for them.
7th October is also the death anniversary of freedom fighter, reformer and educationist K. Kelappan Nair, who is also known as Kerala Gandhi. He was a founding member and president of Nair Service Society. In 1930, he led the salt satyagraha and marched to Payyanur beach and made salt.
Besides, he also fought relentlessly against untouchability and caste-based discrimination. He played a crucial role in the unification of the state of Kerala. He was elected to Parliament in 1952.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in next episode tomorrow.
Swamitva, a central sector scheme of the Ministry of Panchayati Raj, is reaching out to the people at the ground level. It is a reformative step towards establishment of clear ownership of property in rural inhabited areas by mapping of land parcels using drone technology and providing record of rights to village household owners with issuance of legal ownership cards. Satish Pulgare of District Harda, Madhya Pradesh, said the scheme will help him in multiple ways.
मैं सतीश पुलरे गुर्जर खमताड़ा तहसील हरदा जिला हरदा का रहने वाला हूँ और यह मालिकाना अधिकार पत्र जो मिला है उससे आर्थिक मदद तो मिलेगी और गांव में जो झगड़े होते थे अतिक्रमण का दबंग कोई पर जमीन पे जो कब्जा कर लेता था प्लाट पे तो उसके पास कोई केस लड़ने के लिए दस्तावेज नहीं थे जो तहसील कोर्ट में लगा दे और वो जो दबंग 4 गवाह को लेके जो बोल दो कि इसका है तो उसी का हो जाता था। सबसे बड़ा फायदा तो लड़ाई झगड़े का बचेगा। आर्थिक मदद बैंक से मिल जाएगी और जैसा कोर्ट में कोई जमानत वगैरह है तो पहले कोई दस्तावेज नहीं था तो उसको नहीं मिलती थी। आज हमको वैल्यू के कारण वो मदद भी मिल जाएगी, जमानत हो जाएगी, जमानत में हमारा कागज काम आ जाएगा। बैंक से जो आर्थिक मदद मिलेगी उससे खुद का विकास भी होगा।
Today in IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings will take on Punjab Kings in Dubai International Stadium at 3:30 p.m. In another match, Kolkata Knight Riders will face Rajasthan Royals in Sharjah Cricket Stadium at 7:30 p.m. In the women's cricket, the first T20 of the 3-match series between India and Australia will be played in Queensland this afternoon. The last time these two sides met in the shortest version of the game was in the 2020 ICC Women's T20 World Cup final on the 8th of March last year. In wrestling, Indian woman wrestler Anshu Malik in the 57 kg advanced to the final of the 2021 Senior World Wrestling Championship in Oslo, Norway yesterday. With this win, she has also assured India of its first medal in the ongoing tournament.
And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicates to the nation PSA oxygen plant set up under PM CARES. India will cross the 100 crore mark in vaccination very soon, says Prime Minister. Prime Minister expresses gratitude to the people of the country and Uttarakhand as he enters the 21st year of unbroken journey as head of the government. Uttar Pradesh government forms one-member commission to investigate Lakhimpur violence. Supreme Court asks the state to file status report by tomorrow. More than 92 crore 63 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in the country so far. Recovery rate is at 97.95%. Navratri, the 9-day-long festival to worship Goddess Durga, begins today. India's Anshu Malik enters final of Senior World Wrestling Championship in Oslo. And in women's cricket, first T20 of 3-match series between India and Australia to be played in Queensland this afternoon. In IPL, Chennai Super Kings to take on Punjab Kings in Dubai at 3:30 p.m. Kolkata Knight Riders to face Rajasthan Royals in Sharjah at 7:30 p.m. And with that, we end the midday news.